you know where we're living. We're living at the corner of Hickory and Ross dormitories as we search for a permanent residence. So we are a permanent, temporary, we hope, fixture of the campus. Students see us picking up trash as we walk along the sidewalks and the streets. Students see us out there literally at the crack. Well, some students see us at the crack of dawn, but not too many. And students probably notice our lights going out in the evening about 9:30, and probably wondering what kind of a life could you possibly lead if your lights go out at 9:30 in the evening.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors.
The Urbana Leader is sponsored in part by the Depot Coffee House, a gathering place for locals, a resting place for bicyclists, and a haven for history and railroad buffs. Located 6 blocks west of Monument Square on Miami Street in Urbana, the coffee house can be found in a refurbished 1890s train station on the Simon Kenton Bike Trail. Free Wi-Fi, fresh baked goods, local artwork, and good conversation can be found every day of the week at The Depot from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m.
So I've had the opportunity to talk to you guys on campus and see you around. And I talked with Judy the other day, and we talked about alumni. How do you plan on getting the alumni involved?
He's talking to you.
I think the real key right now is, again, with our students, we have to make your experience while you're on campus a good experience. When you graduate, hopefully you'll want to stay in touch with us. And then again, 20, 25 years from now, when you're out in the real world making lots of money, you'll want to do something, you want to give something back to the university when you can, because you'll remember the experiences that you had when you were on campus. So in a very easy way of doing it right now is, once we have you on campus, we've got to make sure that we can do everything we can to make you successful on campus and want to have warm feelings toward the university. And then I really feel that in the long run our alumni base will grow. And we just have some work to do now to reconnect with those who have graduated and find out where they are, and start sending them information saying, this is what we're doing now, and we'd love to have you come back and see what changes we've made. And you know, we've got to learn how to reconnect with them.
I see you being so wildly successful that it becomes the P.T. Thompson Center for the Visual and Performing Arts. Fully endowed, fully funded, no pressure.
We'll give you some time.
Well, hopefully we can get that building up, before
I hope so.
I become successful. Well, I'll take immediate success, I guess.
Yeah.
But
it's too bad Michael Phelps isn't an Urbana University graduate.
Well, one thing that I noticed during orientation week, when the new freshmen were coming in, we actually had some of the local alumni right there at the information booths. I was really surprised. I met at least six people who had taken off work that morning just to come to work on campus and welcome parents and students there. And I said to them, thank you for coming in, and they said, this is something that we are happy to do.
And I don't know if I don't think you were there when I addressed the new students and parents. You might have been. One thing I talk about is we don't give you an education. You have to take it. You have to wrestle it to the ground and struggle with it for 4 years and emerge a successful graduate and a victor in that 4-year struggle. So you have to give a great deal as a student to take away what you need to take from the university. And we want you as an alumni, as a graduate, to feel as though you want to give something back. And giving of time, giving of expertise, we want you to be an ambassador for Urbana University for years and years to come. We want you to make an impression on young people the same way that Christina Brunhorgan did with you. It's how you can give back, even if you don't strike the mother lode somewhere.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned experience earlier, and I've been, at Urbana for a while now, and I've experienced a lot. But I experienced a lot through getting involved, and I've struggled trying to get people involved. But do you guys have any opinions or ideas on how to get students better involved, not only in the community but on campus as well?
That's a tough one. And because of the age difference, we have to rely on students like you to tell us what it is that students really want. Sometimes we as adults only think we know what students want. But we have to have the input. We have to have strong student body leaders to help the administration figure this out. The one thing that I think as the new administration that's coming in, we have to have more student involvement with all sort of policies and involvement. And I think with our bookstore is the first example. And I was asked to sit on a committee to determine what sort of items we need to sell in the bookstore. And I immediately said, we have to have some students. They're not going to buy what I buy, and it's them that we have to reach out. If we want to sell merchandise to our students, we have to buy what our students will wear and make it affordable so that they can buy it. So I think we have to have input from strong student leadership. So we're excited about getting involved with the students.
Yeah, and I like you and I have talked, I want to meet with you and Vice President of the student body, Dave Dever, at least once a month. And I say at least because there will be issues that arise that we'll want to get together more often. We've arranged for you and David to meet with the Board of Trustees, the university's governing body, September 20th, so that we can explore with the trustees giving students a voice in the governance of the university with the governing board, because most of them are as far removed from being 18 to 24 years old as we are. And Judy and I were born 6 years after World War II ended. You read about that as ancient history.
That's true, yeah.
Now he's told our age.
So it's critical that students be involved, that they have an opportunity to test themselves, to taste success, and begin gaining confidence in their own abilities and begin exploring where they might want life to take them. Many of the things that influenced my life were various tastes and experiences from very early in my education. And it's just critical for you to set an example as a student leader and encourage your classmates